The Bitcoin supercycle, $92,000 on the cards for the next few weeks, as well as a top of $220,000. Who is giving these numbers? What do we have to do to get there? And more importantly, right now, look out for what's coming this week. It's going to be epic. We're going to be diving into exactly what's happening, how do we get to these numbers, and much, much more in tonight's video. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and do check out the links in the description for things like MEXC for all your cryptocurrency trading, and Marbit's the token I'm launching very, very soon. With that being said though, let's get into the video. So crypto bit, not a relation. E is giving us the view of a $92,000 Bitcoin in just a few weeks. The weekly indicators all moving in confluence. The technical measures are absolutely aligned. We were talking a little bit on my live stream about exactly what this looks like. Everything is pointing up when it comes to Bitcoin. This descending channel that we've been in, the breakout that we got on Friday for one specific reason, we'll touch on that in just a minute, is all aligning for a strong move in the markets. Now, the first move we have is what happens in the Asian markets in about an hour. My prediction, they are going to front run what we believe will be another massive week of inflows for ETFs, especially now that we have the CBOE and the New York Stock Exchange allowing options on those ETFs. And we talked a little bit about what that means yesterday in my update video. Just to give you some context, for last week, 16,000, pretty much 17,000 Bitcoin was put into the iShares Bitcoin Trust. That's an absolutely huge number. Total volume around $2.43 billion. Now, just for context, and I guess give you some example of the scale of this, it took the gold ETFs about 5 years to do what Bitcoin's done in 10 months. And I think this cycle is absolutely aligned to the institutional money. Now, the institutional money when it comes to Bitcoin, but the retail money when it comes to meme coins. And I do think we need to be mindful of that. Crypto Rover here, though, giving his view of where we are going, and aligned perfectly over the previous halvings. We are due the market move, and it feels like it is on the cusp of it. We look like we might retest 69,000 very, very soon. So, in order for us to hit these numbers, well, who's talking about a 220k Bitcoin? MAX KEISER, depends how you announce it, predicts a $220,000 Bitcoin as gold rise fuels optimism. Now, Mike's case, he's a prominent Bitcoin advocate, and that is it. He doesn't particularly like altcoins or anything else. He's sharing his predictions on X, giving a view of a $220,000 Bitcoin very, very soon. Now, the basis of this is fundamentally around the price of gold and the all-time high that we did see that, which is about $2,700 per an ounce of gold. But this is the reality. The Bitcoin trading around 68,000 is scratching the surface of a higher highs, in the opinion, given the fundamentals and macroeconomic factors. The price is set for a big upsurge. Now, you might think, okay, what are these macroeconomic things? Well, like we said, we saw huge inflows, massive amounts going into those ETFs. That's institutional investment, leveraging their money against a Bitcoin product. We now see this. US equity markets are going to be on the cards. And again, this came on the Friday. I touched on it very early on in the video, but this, you need to understand exactly what this means. Now, we were looking at the iShares ETF. What does that do for anyone that got into it? Well, they've got an 11% return right now for those that invested in it. That is crazy. We know MicroStrategy outperformed every single other company, including Nvidia, on the stock exchange, and all of that because of a Bitcoin strategy. Now, Bitcoin nearing a huge breakout with a price momentum gain strength, according to Caleb Franzen. He ultimately analyzing the 120-day Williams oscillator prediction. Bitcoin's price up around 61% on the year and significantly outperforming the Nasdaq, which we've talked about, and like we said, MicroStrategy with that big move. So the reality here, though, is the ability to trade within the equities market using those options for the ETFs is huge. Remember, the global markets, Bitcoin makes up about 1%, or well, excuse me, the entire cryptocurrency market, about 1% of the global financial markets. Now, that should give you the idea of scale. We are only at the drop of an ocean with this institutional money, and I think we're going to see a significant inflow, and it starts, in my opinion, this week. Interestingly enough, we just broke 69,000 while I was recording this video, but I guess the point here is, look how much money is flowing to the markets. Look how much people want this product. It is here. Even Gary Gensler, I did that on my update video, talking yesterday about Bitcoin as an asset class. Yes, it needs regulation. Yes, it needs to kind of mature a little bit, but understand there is such a big momentum coming, and I predict predict we are going to see some big money this week into the Bitcoin ETFs, as well as institutional money, and we're going to see Bitcoin start to rally. Here on the daily, we see this confirmation, this breakout, and we're still holding it to the upside. Alt starting to rally. Ethereum looking for that 2750 mark we talked about, as well as things like Casper, Near Protocol, Fetch AI, Sui still having a good move. So the market is poised. We are set for a move. It is a matter of time before we start to see an exponential move on Bitcoin. Could we see 70,000 this week? Do we see 92,000 in 2 weeks? And is the top 220,000 as according to Max Keiser? Well, let me know what your predictions are in the comments down below. And if you enjoy these update videos for Bitcoin, keeping it short and snappy so that you know exactly what's coming this week, then hit the like button, drop a comment down below as always, and I really appreciate your time watching this. As always, thank you so much, everybody. Let's have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.